In this video, guys, I want to explore what do you do when things just don't seem to work. Stick around. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. All right, so trading context, obviously. What do you do when things just don't seem to work? Well, do you know what? This happened to me recently. I had a few trades on and they kind of went in my direction, they came back, went in my direction, came back, and I was just a little bit out of line with things. And I said, you know, listen, I could feel this frustration. I was like, okay, this is frustrating. I was on the end of it. I was just looking for too much. Stuff would come back and it would stagnate and it would go lower. And I end up thinking, cut it, and it would go just a little bit out of line with things. Nothing drastic, nothing dramatic, but it just happens. That's trading, that's life. The main thing to do is to acknowledge it, and to acknowledge that you're starting to feel a little bit annoyed, a little bit frustrated with things. That's the first step, because the mistake that we make, and I've made this mistake before, guys, in my early years, 15 years ago, whatever it was, I'll push on regardless. I'll keep pushing harder. I'll do this, I'll do that. And you end up compounding the impact of you being slightly out of tune with the market, or just a run of losers. And that can be devastating. So rather than your equity curve looking like this, and you're kind of, and maybe you're this, and you're like, you're chopping around, and you're like, down a bit, and you're this, and you're like, it's just frustrating, I just can't seem to get any traction again, what's happening? And then turning into, I'm annoyed, and that, you want to basically acknowledge it at this point and go, do you know what? You're feeling a bit frustrated here. Let's just take a step back, close the book off, relax, see what's going on, assess what's happened, make any required adjustments, and step back in. And the idea is that you have this, where you're doing nothing, you step back in, and then hopefully you're back on your movement to the upside. And it's important, this is why it's important, because there's that point in time, there's a fork in the road. And which direction you head in has a serious impact on what your equity curve is going to look like, because the frustration, if it starts, it will compound into more, and then anger, and then tilt, and then trading size, and trading anything, and just wanting to get it back, and being, I've made all that money up there, I want to get it back and lose, and just turning into a complete and utter mess. So the point is, when things just don't seem to work, acknowledge it. Now, this is a fine line, you don't do it at this point and go, well, it's not working, we're just going to stop. You know, you give it some time, and this is, I guess, some experience comes in. You go, hey, it's been a while since we've really got kind of a bit of a boost in our equity curve here. You know, what is it? Is there something not quite right here? I'm just a little bit out of sync with things. Am I in the wrong names? Am I in this? Am I in that? Am I a little bit early? Am I positioned? So what is it? This is a dial that just needs adjusting. So, but you only know that after a period of time. Now, of course, if you've drawn down heavily, that's different. You want to step yourself back and go, whoa, stop the damage. But if it's just things aren't working, it's like that little gap between doing well and nothing, just looks like that. That's the equity curve. You sit there, yes, no, you just false starts. And that's when the frustration creeps in, and you go, I'm getting very frustrated now. I need to do something, close the book off, stagnate, assess, regroup, right? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing? What should I buy in this? Should be in that? Right, fine. Let's get back in. And it helps you just press the reset button. It's much better pressing the reset button at this point in your equity curve than it is down here and having to claw your way all the way back again. So have a think about it, guys. If you're in a position where things just aren't working, you're stagnating, you've had a little bit of a gain or a lot of gain, and you're just finding a point now where it's just, just can't quite get rolling again. Just be careful that you don't let that feeling of frustration and desire to put on another good quarter get the better of you and push you back. Far better to step back, look at the bigger picture, change the lenses which you view your performance on, and say, you know what, there'll be an obvious tweak. I promise you. Look at it and go, I'm just a little bit early, or I'm just trading the wrong thing, or I'm just this, or just that, or hey, let me just do this. The market's just changed very slightly here. I should be in this sector, or I should be trading too early in the morning. Or there'll be something that will just jump out at you and go, that's it, damn it, that's it. And then you just adjust it, tweak it, and hopefully you're back on the run again. And again, you're just monitoring. Now, I'm not saying you never draw down, I'm not saying that things don't happen where you might have a period where things are stopping you out and not going your way. That's fine, but that's a different thing. This is when we're just stagnating. It's just can't seem to get any traction. It's more frustration rather than seeing a drawdown and going, okay, well, I draw down, the market turned against me. I was in a few names that were in one sector, whatever it may be. I had a couple of days where I was out of sync with stuff, and you shrug it off and you get on. But it's when that prolonged period of things not working that can generate frustration. Catch it, do something about it, flatline your equity curve, come back in when you're ready, and then you back on the road again. Just avoid this. And it's the frustration is the trigger for more negative emotions, for more negative emotions, for more negative emotions. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below if you've been there, done that. I think you probably have been trading for more than, let's say, a year or so. You probably have done this. We have all done this in our early days. Chug, chug, chug. Yes, it's working really well. No, it's not working, not working. Get frustrated. Force it, force it, force it. Draw down. Oh, that's okay. I'll get it back. Try and get it back. And then bang, tilt, all wiped out back to where you were. And then you do it again and you do it again. Hopefully you get to a point where, hey, if that's happening, you reckon. And that's just, by the way, guys, it's all very personal. Final thing, it's all very personal. You know, some people find, or if they've had a big boost in equity curve, they need to step back. It's knowing what is a trigger for you to trade poorly after it. And if it's frustration, if it's euphoria, if it's BSD syndrome, and I won't say what BSD stands for on YouTube, but you guys know what it is, well known in the trading community. If you have that syndrome, then you might have to step back as well. Just knowing what the trigger is for you. Take care, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.